Channel frequency. Hey, Dr. Elegant Soul Food, the Consecrated Nature-Baby here with another unboxing video. I'm unboxing a copper hat. As you all know, those of you that are tuned into this channel, it's all about the frequency with me. That is just like my spiritual calling. One of my spiritual callings is to tap into the frequency of what's going to take us higher, leading with love. So I had this bomb ass copper hat from this bomb ass black sister. But remember back in 2023 when all the stuff I wanted to keep, just everything I wanted to keep, was stolen along with my car? Remember the Stolen Car Chronicles? Yeah, keeps coming up. But anyhow, so I replaced this copper hat, but it's not the one that I had before. The one before was made by this sister, like I said. This one was not made by a sister. Nonetheless, I couldn't find anything on that sister's website. So here we are. So I want to talk about, I don't think I did unboxing for her. I have to go back and check. I want to talk about the frequency of copper. As I've told you all before, when you start noticing that you're being drawn to certain colors or certain elements, natural elements in life, know what that means. So I have a whole series of frequency videos to just talk about frequency. It's a different colors, and I get into the stones and the numerology aspects of it. So I found myself lately drawn to copper, and I'm kind of coming out of it and going back to gold. So I have my little gold earrings on, but I have been wearing a lot of copper and turquoise, but mostly copper. And that's when I ordered these. I looked at my copper jewelry, and I started wearing it a lot. And then I found this copper hat. And so now that I'm shifting to gold, nonetheless, here we are. The copper hat came in today. So I want to talk a little bit about copper. Um, the first recorded people that use copper were the Egyptians, and it is the oldest known used metal. It's a transitional metal. Mm. Oh, and it's the only one that's in the column with gold. Oh, it's the only one that is combined with gold. They'll mix copper with gold, but nothing else with gold. That's why you'll find things that are gold plated, but copper and gold can go together. It's a living organism, man. It is alive, and it never loses its property. It never loses its value. It never loses its substance. How spiritual is that? That's like saying, we're 100% flesh and we're 100% spirit. And even though the flesh will go back into this world as we know it, earth, our soul and spirit will never die. Never die. I think the soul is, as long as somebody keeps our name lifted, that'll always live. And our spirit is God. So just to think of that, just always being. Copper is always being, never losing its properties. Um, in a periodic chart, the periodic table of elements is the same one that's in line with gold and silver. None of them, gold, silver, and copper, are in the same column. I don't know why I was such a freak for the periodic of tables when I was a kid. I know I was supposed to be a scientist, and that's a whole nother life. But I don't know, I was just always so drawn to it. I used to remember, and you know how we would have posters on our wall of Prince till my mama took it down, and Michael Jackson and stuff like that. I had that and the periodic table. It is what it is. Um, it Copper conducts electricity and heat. It has acoustic properties. I would love to line like one of my rooms with copper all over, just one copper wall, literally a copper sheet, maybe my retirement house. And it health wise, it helps the formation of red blood cells. It helps um, keep your bones and tissues healthy. Spiritually, it helps balance energy, mental clarity, circulation, reduce pain. The frequency of it is right up there with platinum and gold. It's 5,800, 58,600. It enhances your spiritual vibration, application of energy. It is a symbol of personal transformation and aligned with higher spiritual frequencies. So I know I have been drawn to it for a reason, and I can verify just by putting this list together that it definitely has been like a transformation. I was definitely having a lot of mental transformation experiences at the time that I found myself drawn to copper. So I'm glad to come here today and share this with you guys. So here we go with the unboxing. This probably again took longer than it should have to get here because for some reason the postal service is like days behind on everything that it's doing. I've shipped stuff to myself and it's taken forever to get where it needed to go. So yeah. This sat in the city that it was supposed to be shipped from for literally 3 days before it started moving. Same as with the stuff that I sent to myself. It sat in one place for 3 days and when it sat somewhere else for 3 days and then it moved. This is stuff that should take like 2 days to get to where it's going. 3 at best, depending on what time it gets to your regional. And it's taken 2 weeks for stuff. So I'm not going to hold that against her in the reviews. Other than the fact that she could have mailed it the next day. But nonetheless, I'm not leaving a review on that. Okay, so this is the copper hat unboxing. Okay, we got a little paper in here. From the way that it looked on the website, if you're interested in this copper hat, drop a comment below and I'll send you the information. Okay, so I thought I was going to get more packing than this, but fortunately it doesn't look like it's damaged. So, hold this up. So you can see, doesn't look like it got much damage. I thought it would have been way more bubble wrap. Because I know the way they be mishandling these boxes, man, they be mishandling these boxes and body slamming them every which way. So, here is the copper hat. So, it looks like a turban. It actually looks like the turban that I have on my head, right? Except for it's copper. And you can see where it was welded together here. Welded again. You can see there. And on the inside, ooh, on the inside you can see that it's welded there. Now I'm wondering, that must be burn marks. That gray stuff you see, that must be burn marks from the heat. I'm wondering, the smoke must have got trapped in the, this is my science side coming out because I'm seriously thinking about this. The black stuff that I see, the gray, whatever residue that I see on here, I'm thinking that the smoke from whatever they heated it with to solder it got trapped in this copper, and that's why it's discolored. It is not discolored because it's tarnished. It's because, in my opinion, they use a cheap source of heat to weld this together. So I have something to say about that because I'm going to do a little bit more research on it before I leave her some feedback, the lady that I got this from. I think that takes away from it. And I think that if you are going to be selling these products and doing stuff like this, you should take into consideration making sure the quality is supreme. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And I don't even know what I'm gonna do about it. But I'm mentioning that in this unboxing because it threw me by surprise. The last one that I had, it was so pretty. It wasn't. This is what they call like tinner copper or something like that, because it's twisted up. But I'll have to deal with that. So I want to try on my copper crown. So, ooh, losing my glasses. Okay. Now this is getting a little weird in the back. I'm gonna tell you why this is getting weird in the back. As you can see, I shaved all my hair off, but because it was kind of hard for me, I left this tail in the back, and I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm just waiting for somebody. Typically, it's somebody that you know and don't really deal with. They have something ignorant and necessary to say. I'm just waiting for somebody to be like, "Oh, God, you cut your hair. I can't believe you cut your hair." I'm just be like, "Remember, my shit was still longer than yours." Just kidding, maybe. Anyway, it's getting a little difficult getting it on back here because I had this little tail I gotta snip off. But I didn't realize how cold. My hair was never this short. I wasn't born. My hair was longer than this when I was born. So I did not know how cold it was. I've rocked short haircuts plenty of time for years. But I was not aware of how cold it is having a bald head. Now, this looks a little, again, I'm noticing the hats and whatever don't fit like they used to fit. And initially, when I ordered this, I imagined that I would be wearing this under some type of head wrap. Like I'm gravitating now to just wearing mostly white, and I'm eventually gonna get to the point where most of the time, like 90% of the time, I'm gonna be wearing white. That's part of my desire to get rid of a bunch of damn clothes. I gotta have my workout gear because I exercise and go to the gym quite a bit. Nonetheless, um, yeah. So if I put it right to my hairline, it's right up in here, and I got my couple glasses. And this is the unboxing for this. If you're interested in this, I don't even know if I would recommend this person. If it doesn't bother you having a discoloration, which to me takes away from the quality, but necessarily doesn't take away from the frequency. So this is the copper hat. This is the copper hat that I'm going to have to snip my ponytail off to wear. But nonetheless, I was going to cut that off anyway. But I just wanted to see how it would fit up under my head wraps because it's still cold in the Midwest. So that's how I would play out up under my thing for my frequency. Hey, my copper hat frequency. I hope this message found you well, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you on the other side until real soon. Peace, love, and blessings, and keep your frequency lifted, especially in these days. Release, release, release. Focus on the now. Focus on the love now. Let love lead the way, and let everything else take care of itself. Until real soon. Peace, love, and blessings. Bye.